Yeah, baby. Is anybody there? Anybody there? YouTube. I'm telling you, YouTube is. I just don't understand how something can be ran as poorly as YouTube is ran. I set the live show up. I get ready to go live. There's no go live button. Um, it's just missing. The button to actually go live is just missing. So yeah, that's where we're at today. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I figured I would just do this on StreamYard because YouTube forgot to put a go live button on the live shows. I don't know. Hopefully they'll get that updated soon because that's craziness. But yeah, total pisser. You know, you create a live show, just they kill me. They absolutely kill me. YouTube, um, billions and billions of dollars, but they cannot get their shit together. So that's my complaint of the day. YouTube's been a piece of junk, per the usual. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah. There we go. We got audio. Audio. Sounds pretty good, I guess. A little echoey, maybe. Yeah. It'll work. It'll work. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button for me if you could. Maybe we can get a scallywag in here. Get this rolling. We'll get this rolling. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what YouTube's problem is here lately. I've had so many problems, and it's frustrating because, they make a ton of money off of this stuff. So I don't understand why they can't get it together. I would think if I was going to, have a company where I make billions of dollars off of people putting content on there, I would want them to be able to put content on there. But whatever. Whatever. We got her going now. I don't know why it's showing a commercial on there. Maybe I hit something, clicked on something. Thanks everybody for being in here. Sorry for the delays as usual. Let me send out a post here so everybody knows we're live. We are live. I do appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out with me. I got the insurance quote back on the Peterbilt. Leave your comments down there. Price is right rules. Closest without going over. You got to be the closest without going over. And it's an astonishing number. I was way off. So, yeah, here we go. Leave your comments down there if you want to. Let me bring in my guest here. No, don't invite guests. I want to bring the guest in, damn it. Let's see here. Add to stage. Let's go, Scallywag.
Shimmy time. What's happening?
Shimmy time. Okay, you're not coming in on my headset. I'm going to turn you up here so I can hear you. Apparently the headset's not even connected, so what the hell?
What kind of ragtag operation we running around here?
Dude, I'm telling you, YouTube is pissing me off like you wouldn't believe here lately. There's no go live button. I set up a live show. I send out a link, and I go back to the live show to hit go live, and there's no button.
They do that.
And then
they like that.
And then I went back and set up another one, and it would let me go live without a guest. But anytime I click the go live together button, it would take away the go live. So I'm just like, we'll go do it on StreamYard.
Yeah.
So what you been doing today?
Trying to book some freight and all that, and just catch up from disregarding everything for the weekend. Just kind of stepped away for the weekend.
Okay. Now I got you on the headset. I found the button. I can hear you. Say crazy weekend over there in DIY land.
Yeah, I just kind of took a break from this stuff and did some other stuff. I got
Okay.
you know.
Replace stuff with stuff. I get it.
Yeah.
The quotes back on the Peterbilt. I got people guessing in the comments what they think it's going to be.
I'm saying 16,700.
Is that Price is Right rules now? Closest without going over.
I'm gonna say I'm allowed to go over by as much as $300.
Okay, yeah. If you're over by 300, I'll let that slide. There's a $500 range. If you hit within $500 of it, it's an automatic win. Whether you're over or under. Let me get a few comments here. Tennessee Trucking's in the house. What's up? Stanza Transport made it in. Billy Batts is in the house. Oops, must have said something pro-Trump. Chief Ray Holler's in the house. Good morning from South Carolina. Come on. South Carolina. Adriani is in the house. What's up? What's up? Riding Dirty made it in. RGB says 27,500. Woo! That's more than I owe on the entire truck. So, Stanza Transport's in the house. Tennessee Trucking's going to say 27,000. Billy Bat says 24. Nathan Stafford 56,000. Dear Lord, please let Nathan be correct.
I'd like to get that check in the mail.
Hell yeah, I'll just go ahead and take the whole month off. Chief Ray Holler says 24,721. Dirty Diesel says 18,000. Tennessee Trucking says, I just repaired best truck for less than 2,500. Damn it, boy. Best truck. Roger Berry's in the house. Meat Hammer. He says 15,270. Razorback Paul 27,800. You notice we're getting a lot of 27,000-ish there. I'm gonna give it a minute. We'll see if anybody else wants to put in one.
Which is bad because your deductible is 26,500.
Right? Isn't that some bitch? Now hopefully this other company's insurance, will stroke that check. So
I say we take bets on if the other company has enough insurance to cover it, or if they're insured at all.
Yeah, right. Gary Cook's in the house. Hello from Oklahoma City. Tennessee Trucking repaired James Best's truck. Oh, I didn't know James Best had a truck. I thought he sat in his basement and drank all day.
Ooh, I gotta give me a job like that.
That's what I'm saying. I need one of them drinking in my basement jobs. Gary Cook says, what happened to your truck? Oh, she got backed into. Scallywags at the McDonald's over here backing into me. And whatnot. What do you know about scallywags backing into you, DIY?
Yeah, I know a good bit about that. Happens.
Is that a thing?
You want it to happen? You want to manifest it in your life? Go ahead and park at a Pilot. And then just wait. It will happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's coming. It's coming.
It's like the secret law of attraction. Just park at a Pilot.
Might trade my Peterbilt in on this Freightliner. I'm starting to like this Cascadia I'm in.
Damn right you will.
I will say this about a Cascadia. It's the most easiest truck to drive. It's like driving a damn car. It controls everything for you. But the takeoff is just absolutely like non-existent. If you say, I need more power, Freightliner says, I don't think so. Not today. Ain't looking good. So come on, Freightliner, I'm going up a hill. Give me some juice. And it says, ain't no Cummins under this hood.
Oh, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, not enough torques. I do like this truck, though. It's been a pretty good truck to me. We're averaging 8.3 miles per gallon. And that's pretty much, that's loaded.
That is loaded. I've had about 18. I've rented 2,200 miles so far, and about 18 of that's been not loaded. And
is that Bay and Bay truck?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what's the rear ends in that? What?
I couldn't tell you. Let me see if it's in the glove box.
Should be on your door jamb.
Oh wait, it doesn't have a glove box.
It's not a '67 Plymouth. Come on.
Yeah, right. No, I haven't even looked, to be honest with you. It's I don't know. I'll look and see here in a minute. It's set up right though. It turns about 1,300 RPMs at 65 mile an hour. So
it's probably 228s.
Yeah, it's a more of a direct drive truck because it's got that long 12th gear to it. You just it hits 12th gear at about 40 mile an hour and then struggles to get to 65. Love that action. But yeah, we're getting along in it. Like I say, it ain't bad. Let's see, 23,700 riding dirty, says Gary Cook. Yeah, somebody backed into me. Razorback Paul says, I may buy a 23 Peterbilt, 360,000 miles for $71,000. That seems like a pretty fair deal. Pretty fair. I would recommend having something to haul though. Right now, that's the thing. Buying trucks and equipment ain't really the problem. It's having something to put in the trailer. But does it have an APU? If not, get a Zero Breeze. I always say. Gary Cook says, could the other person able to speak English? Yeah. If you go back and watch about 2 live shows ago, I go through the whole thing. I mean, the guy was cool. I ain't mad at it, especially after I saw this insurance quote. Oh, I'll throw it out there. No one has went over yet, except the $56,000 one. The $56,000 one went over, but so yeah, everybody else has been low. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, we finna pay off a truck, dog.
Hey, like I said, sometimes you got to wreck the truck to make the payment.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming back. It's crazy, dude. When I first saw the damn thing, I was like, what are we talking about here?
Now, is that from Peterbilt? Where's that quote from?
Yes,
Independent shop?
No, that's Peterbilt.
They must have damaged that red oval on the side. That alone is $13,000.
Yeah, you got to be careful I'm going to be honest with you. If you're going to back into a truck after seeing this quote, I'm going to say don't back into the Peterbilt.
Yeah.
Find you an international LT to your heart's desire. God dang, don't hit a PACCAR. I'm telling you right now. But yeah, the other person spoke English. The guy had 10 years of experience. He just got flustered and he had a bad moment. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, it happens.
Like I said on the other live show the other day, I'm not going to say the name of the company. It doesn't do any good for me to say that and to disparage a good company. Now they don't pay that insurance quote. I'll be on here talking all kind of smack. I'll run a 3-day smack show. Tennessee Trucking says, nope, contrary to beliefs, he does work. He's out running spot market freight. Oh Lord.
Who's that?
Gary, not Gary Bates.
Gary Bates?
No, Gary Bates is at Walmart. What the hell? James Best. There we go. He's probably going to lease on over there with you, ain't he? DIY.
I've not heard that. I've not heard that.
That stammer speaks volumes, DIY.
And I'm gonna still pretend that I did not hear that.
Oh, look, a squirrel, everybody.
Damn it. Looks like sun's outside.
Oh man. Razorback Paul says Freightliner Cascadia. Yeah, I'm in the Cascadia right now. It is a nice little truck. I'm telling you right now. Couple things I'm not used to. It's got a bigger fuel tank on one side than the other. Because it's got an APU in there, so they had to, put like a 80-gallon tank on one side. It's got a little bit less fuel capacity than I'm used to. Like I'm used to trucks that have like, 240, 300, and this one's got about a 180. And it's no big deal. I mean, I try to fuel every day, so it is what it is. It is what it is. I am a little concerned though, because it goes down to half a tank, and I'm like, oh my god, I need fuel. And then I get out and it holds, 81 gallons at a half a tank, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's not what I'm used to. Pat says 18,950 and 2 lot lizards. Woo, they better be good looking lot lizards, is all I can say. They better wash their ass recently.
Them Geico lot lizards.
That's right. That's right. This Dragon Life's in the house. I'm in a 2022 Intertractional. It's getting 8.3 mile per gallon, god awful steering, acceleration, and topography. Adaptive cruise is all bad compared to the Cascadia I had last week. I'm surprised from the Walmart drivers I'm talking to. I'm surprised they don't get 10 miles per gallon because they deadhead everywhere they go. Like at least a third of the miles they run is either bobtail or an empty trailer, and I'm like, them boys riding around empty all day. This Trucking Life says if the Cascadia is doing something you don't like, you can floor it and you'll flip a button, click at the end of the pedal that resets whatever it's doing, like topography crap. If it's 2022 or newer, okay. I don't think this one really has. I haven't noticed it do that. Honestly, the topography thing, she just kind of holds 65 everywhere we go. So I don't know. Razorback Paul says Cascadia like a town whore. Everyone likes them, but does not like to admit they drive one. Ooh, damn it. Tennessee Trucking says hello, Adam.
Hello.
Tennessee Trucking says 34,500. Close. It's close, but you're over. You're over. Chief Hall says, are they gonna try to total that truck? Hey, they might for that price.
They might.
I owe which it's not my insurance company dealing with it. It's the other people's insurance company. So I don't. Can the other insurance company total your own? Can they total a truck they don't own?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they say this is how much we're going to pay because here's what it's worth, and then they work it out between the two insurance companies.
Right. Yeah. No. The truck's worth more than what they're quoting the insurance. I mean, I don't. I know the market value on that, and with the mileage and where it's at, yeah, it's worth more than the quote. But
okay.
Yeah. Probably not by much, but I think it is. I would say with the APU and everything, that truck's probably worth. I'm a pretty realistic person. It's probably worth about 40. With the mileage and the warranty, it's still got 100,000 miles of warranty left on it, and that's the factory red oval warranty. So.
Yeah.
Probably worth about 40, I would say. Goodness, tough crowd. Yeah. Definitely cool
if you're 80% of value, they could still total it. I mean, or whatever the percent. I forget what the percentage is. I dealt with this one time, but I can't remember. Oh, okay. You don't have to be 100% of value for them to total it.
Well, I mean, whatever their total value is, yeah, you can't replace the truck for, 80% of say 40, like,
Right.
you're not, you can't
it
go
has
find a comparable.
No, but because it has salvage value.
Right.
So that plus the insurance claim could equal your
Right.
your cost.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think this is going to qualify for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it doesn't, but I don't think it would. Tennessee trucking, definitely cool that you got a loaner truck. Yeah. Yeah, always have a backup truck, I say. Gary Cook says Walmart trucks have APU, they don't idle. Yeah. 10-4. 10-4. Something Epic says, good morning, y'all, except you East Coasters, in which case, good afternoon. The afternoon. Something Epic says, question, are there any brokers that will work with a greenhorn trucker hauling a new authority? I don't think JB Hunt does anymore, do they?
No, I don't know, but other ones have tightened up. I know Robinson, I think TQL's. Yeah. Really, the issue is inspections. You could have 6 months authority if you don't have any inspections. You could, go get you an inspection as best you can.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I would do. Anybody else want to guess the price of the quote before we get into this quote? Thanks for coming in, by the way, DIY. It's been a while since we've done this. I've got a delivery tonight at around 7 or 8 p.m. I'm about 4 hours away right now, but I don't want to start my clock too early because I want to get unloaded and go home. So we'll probably leave out here in a little while. And when you going trucking again?
Tomorrow I just got to run over to Minnesota and back.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe back on the road next week. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay, next week. DI's out there. Nathan Stafford says $30,000. Woo, damn it. Damn close. He's damn close. He's getting in the neighborhood. Jimmy says, you need good pepperoni pizza. I'm not a big fan of pepperoni pizza, to be honest. I like ham and pineapple. That'll start a riot, won't it?
It will.
Yeah, something epic. I don't know. It's not I don't think it's a great time to be starting a new authority right now.
Not really.
To be honest, I mean, if you've got no experience, to have no trucking experience, buy a truck and start an authority, and to do all that at the same time, I mean, I wouldn't want to do it. I mean, to each their own, but unless you've got some sort of like really, really horrible criminal background where no one will hire you, like if you're, got some drug trafficking charges or something, I would just go work for somebody for a couple months. Learn to drive truck first. Get really good at driving truck before you, jump into the deep end of the pool.
Maybe now ain't the time to be, hitting that learning curve.
Yeah.
It's brand new.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, because honestly, if you're going to do it, hell, sign up with Amazon Relay or something. I mean, you're not going to make good money with that right now. So
there's going to be a whole lot of openings real soon.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. that's why I was thinking that. Amazon
I tell you
Relay,
what, if you're going to be in the market for a white Volvo, just give it till like, I don't know, late July.
Yeah. June 27th is when I would start looking.
Yeah, you're gonna steal them babies.
Yeah. Are you looking for a Columbia with duct tape? Go to truck paper and in the search column put duct tape. And See where that comes up at. Wallace is in the house. Wallace got a question. What do you think about a 2016 International with a Cummins and 644,000 miles?
I wouldn't pay more than about $7,500 for it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And I'm not even joking with you.
No,
You can pick things up for nothing.
Yeah, with that amount of miles on an X15, I mean, hell, that thing's coming into needing a rebuild. Honestly,
You could buy a 2021 with 300,000 miles on it for about $32,000.
Yeah.
So do the math on that. Go all the way back to what, 6 years older. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think. That's going on a 10-year-old International. That's like a $10,000 truck, probably, in my opinion.
If that.
And that's if it's in good shape, and the oil samples come back good on that Cummins.
Yeah. I don't like those model years. I would just go newer.
Yeah. Same here. Jason says 11,365. What? You can't buy a hood for that much. Some of the Epic say, I'll say 54,000. Whoo, that's a lot. Tennessee Trucking DIY needs some drivers. Do you need drivers, DIY?
Yes.
Ooh. You prefer people with like 2 years of experience, right? Scally Ho? Is DIY send me out to lunch? What is he doing?
Sorry. I'm like multitasking here. New insurance company says 3 years.
Oh, okay.
But I could probably squeeze you in with 2.5. Can you still hear me with when I'm on this screen?
I can hear you now, but whenever you leave to that other screen, you lock up. Skelly. Got to come back to that other screen. Wallace, perfectly.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you lock up when you go to that other one.
Just give me 1 second. I got a text here.
All right. Gary Cook says 40,000. John says 24. Trevor McCliff says nearly got scammed out of 20,000 for American Truck Mart. They are a fraudulent company. Ooh. American Truck Mart. Never heard of them. Tennessee Trucking 29,581. Whoo, now that's real close. You getting real close. David Evers, what's this shenanigans? You scallywags. Red ladies in the house. Hello. Something Epic says, looking at an 18 KWT 680, 720,000 miles for $15,000. Been striking out with companies because, yes, I've got a few felonies and want to have my authority start up now so I can have time on the authority.
I'd pay the $600 a month and let it sit. I mean, I'd pay that much to have the insurance active and then just go lease the truck onto somewhere else for right now. Because I'm not trying to tell you not to do it, but like I don't really think you know what you're up against with a new authority right at this very moment. Hell, in 2 months, it may be very different. Right. It may be so. I'm not trying to tell you don't do it or push it off for years. Like 2 months, the things could be very different here. But gosh damn, right now, and I hope you don't think I'm trying to discourage you, man. But I'm trying to be honest with you. It's hard for somebody who's been around I have a very mature authority with a lot of good inspections and a clean record and 20 years of track record, and it can be hard. So, hope you can appreciate that. Yeah.
As far as that truck though, that would probably be a good starter truck. An 18 T680, 720,000 miles, 15 grand. That's one of those, like, a good 1 year starter truck. You know, plan on trying to get something else in a year or so, but you know, it might give you a proof of concept.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
mean,
like it.
if it don't
Sorry,
work
go
out,
ahead.
if it don't work out, you're not, ass deep in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can always, flip that thing and get the majority of your money back if it don't work out in 2 or 3 months. So yeah, I like a nice cheap starter truck like that. That way you get a title in your hand and you get a little proof of concept, and then you come back in a year or so and you reevaluate everything, and you decide, hey, is it time to, go get a nicer, newer truck, and then you got a title to, trade in. I mean, even if things only worth 10 grand trade in, it's still, it shows you can, hold a title. So
Yeah.
very, very nice. Scott says, hey, y'all, from Wichita, Kansas, getting loaded going to California. Damn it. Dirty Diesel's in the house. Had a drunk driver in a Chrysler 300 hit my truck in the truck stop I park at every day. It turned into a hit and run. I came to work at 4 a.m. and found my bumper wrapped up into my frame. Damn it. Yeah, you got to watch those Chrysler 300s. Those are getaway cars.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure. Reefer 77's in the house. David Edwards in the house. Tennessee Truck says, are you looking for a Volvo? Slightly smells of curry. Comes with 3 extra rolls of duct tapes and two tubes of super glue. Shit, I can't talk. No, I am currently not. If you're looking for a white Volvo with a mattress pad in the floor and a hole cut out where the cabinet used to be going down to the ground, holler at me. I've got a connect on one of those right now. It's going to be available on June 27th, I believe, is what day they said they was going to come out of that. So I don't know. Y'all let me know. Trucker Todd's in the house. What's up, Trucker Todd? Shannon Thomas Trucker says, good afternoon. Razorback Paul, Tennessee, you forgot the extra towels. Damn it. Does it come with Gorilla Glue? No, this is off-brand Harbor Freight glue.
Yeah, it's Bauer glue.
Exactly.
Is it Chicago Electric glue?
Yes. Barry Haberson's in the house. Shouldn't you guys be driving? Hell no. I don't drive anymore. I sit here and do live shows from the comfort of my Cascadia.
Yes.
Truck with Cliff's in the house. I've been in bus. Okay. I thought you was in bus. Something Epic says, I don't think you're trying to discourage me. I'd much rather have the honest than someone blowing smoke up my poop chute. Yeah. I will blow some poop, some smoke up your poop chute, but it's going to cost. It's going to cost a lot. That's over on my OnlyFans channel. And to be clear, it's not smoke; it's vape.
Mine's peyote dust. Get it right into your get it right up into your colon, can absorb it, bypass your liver.
Exactly. Barry says, check your brakes. Check your brakes. Officers are out checking. Yeah, Indiana's got that new thing you drive up on that checks your brakes. You seen that thing, DIY?
No, I haven't. Do tell.
Yeah, you pull up on this thing and it's got like a dyno. It's got a set of rollers. And then they lift the back of your truck up and test your front brakes. And then they have you pull forward. They literally like roll your truck and make you hit the brakes, and it tests your braking power on each axle. So.
Okay. Well, I'm glad something's actually about safety. I don't agree with that, but rather than spend millions of dollars on that, what if we look at the trucks with the duct tape and bungee cords first, and maybe
exactly. How about
leaking oil out of every freaking orifice? Maybe well, go ahead.
Let's just catch the ones that dodge the scales. The guy that runs the scales.
Hey, come on now.
I'm not talking about like goes around them. I'm talking about just like
Oh, just runs them?
Just drives by them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Are your toes okay?
Yeah, but
I got close to him. I know I almost stepped on him.
tip of my Johnson's just got a little raw there.
But yeah, that's all they got to do is just, go after the people that look like they need to be gone after. Trucking with Cliff says 5 years, and when I use brokers, it's a dog fight because of no inspections. There you go. Yeah, that's the truth.
I'm starting to have a little bit of different train of thought here about things.
Yeah.
I think we might see. I'm not going to call it a turnaround, but I'm going to say we're going to have a increased activity. I'm going to say right around August.
Okay.
And it's not the back to school stuff, but and that all depends on if they do. The English efficient. See, apparently I'm going to lose my CDL because I have no English proficiency. If they enforce that or not, and how they enforce it, because if they do actually enforce it, I got to thinking a little bit more about it. I was always thinking it wouldn't really make that big a difference, but it might, because it's going to take these companies, which I think the companies need to be gone after as much as the drivers. It's going to shred their business model. Yeah. They're not going to be able to do business. So some of them might go away. They can't do business by the rules. That's just not how they're set up. And this could change that I hope they enforce it hardcore, like balls out, because it's gonna. There's enough freight, like the economy's down, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think even when you look at the statistics and the numbers, it doesn't do it justice how big of a problem that the non-domiciled CDLs, these Eastern European carriers, we could get 800,000 trucks out of the market in a few months if they really enforce this. Think of how much more freight that is for the rest of us. The market would return to a normal functioning market.
Yeah.
So, that should be our number one thing we put our efforts behind right now. The pressure's on. Freaking floor it on these politicians. Don't stop screaming. Every time you see a DOT officer say, hey, man, you ready to enforce that? And what are you guys going to do and all this? But continue applying the pressure, because this is your one chance to make a difference.
Yeah.
It's our best hope. It's our best hope. If we got these, non-functioning people out, we would return to a healthy truck market right now.
Yeah.
Because it's not. Yes, freight is down. Forget about the tariffs. Forget about brokers. Right now, focus on this. I'm telling you, it is the one thing. It is your best chance. Because if you don't get rid of this, I don't care if you get broker transparency. I don't care if the tariffs fix themselves. This trucking freight market will not change and will not improve itself until this issue is solved. Because if you don't get rid of them now, they're going to make it through this tough time, and you're going to have more of them. You're going to have twice as many of them.
Yeah.
Then we're done.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I go to shippers and receivers, and I'm gonna say 1 in 3 can't speak English, and so just saying, if we removed a third of the trucks from the market, it's gonna change a lot, and that's not even to mention like the people who just run, like how many are running Amazon right now.
That's only the ones that can't speak English. There's plenty of these non-domicileds and visa working drivers that can speak English.
Yeah.
They're working for these companies. That whole business model has got to be decimated and gone away before we can return to a normal trucking market.
It's true.
The other thing they're not mentioning is all these work visas they gave out during COVID. A lot of them are expiring, and I don't think they're going to renew them. I don't think this administration is about renewing that.
Yeah. Tennessee Trucking says, yep, it's difficult right now in trucking, but changes almost daily. Hope the rates come back soon. I want to be out there. I don't think the time is now, though. Okay. Nevada Maverick says, how long does that curry smell stick around? You ain't getting that out of a truck, my friend. I'm gonna tell you right now.
A fortnight.
Yeah, you could literally burn that truck on the roadside and it would still smell like curry. Something epic says, I'm looking at doing power only. According to the load boards, there are several power only loads within 150 miles of my home that are paying $2.50 a mile. There you go. To and from home. Barry says, I require an aromatic goat smell in my Volvo. I will consider buying. Okay. Yeah, nothing like a goat's ass rubbed all over your truck. That's the way to be.
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
Exactly. Sky says, have you heard or seen these new warnings about having to have both hands on the wheel, or it's a fine?
Oh, come on. Let's first try the foot up on the freaking dashboard thing, or both feet on the flipping dashboard, or so many fucking GPSs in your windshield you can't see out of the damn thing. Come on, this is stupid at this point.
You know, that's like them going after the personal conveyance. There is a million things that need to be gone after before they start messing with personal conveyance. I mean,
yes. How about we're gonna mess with personal conveyance and you're just gonna pretend like freaking these logbook resets don't exist? Come on.
Right. Exactly. Jason Goodwin's in the house. 31,357. Ooh, we have a winner. Damn close. Damn near got it dead on. $31,300 DIY.
Damn. What's that? That hood gold plated? How much shit did they break behind the hood?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, see, number one, I had new drive tires before he hit me, and now they're down to like a quarter of the tread now. You know, they're probably like 30 seconds left. You know, like and then I had a legacy seat in there before he hit me, and it turned it into just a regular old stock seat. Yeah, 31,300. You'll hear no complaints from this guy. That should be pretty good for me. I'm thinking. Jaggers and House Country Roads take me home. Yeah, you like that DIY? 31.3. 31.3.
Whew.
That's an expensive backing into.
Yes.
He hit it hard though. He was backing up way too fast for the situation. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Chief Reholder says, I've had brokers that one worked with me before won't touch me now because of inspections. Almost 6 years. Yeah. Yeah, they want good inspections. Trucking McClellan says, your ass won't drive past a scale in Oklahoma. They'll come get you. That's what needs to happen because honestly, the people who, don't speak it English, or I bet there's more people signing up for pre-pass right now than God only knows. Like
this legislation sponsored by pre-pass.
you know good and damn well every one of them's like, you got to get the pre-pass. You got to get the pre-pass.
But you know what? This started. Remember, I bitch about how people park in these service plazas now. Like, when did it become, acceptable for people to just park behind you and stuff? We let that slide. That just became a normal thing, and they let it slide for people to just drive past the way station. So, hey, you just keep letting things slide, and then suddenly you want to do something about it.
Right.
Maybe you shouldn't have let it happen in the first place.
Yeah, I totally agree. Chief Reholder says, Oklahoma comes after every truck that runs the scale. Debatable. Nevada Maverick, 800,000. Holy crap. Is there really that many foreign CDL holders?
It's not all that they're for. The companies, like
Yeah.
You're hundreds of thousands. I threw that number out there kind of flippantly. It's probably not that many, but it's pretty substantial.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheever House says, going to be good times for you reefer guys. Come on. I hope so. I hope so. Roger Berry says, well said, DIY. Yes, I'm going to have to clip that and make it its own video. DIY going off with the facts. DIY, you're now dubbed the fax machine now. You just hit them with nothing but the facts. Hashtag DIY, hashtag fax machine. I mean, this man just makes facts. I'm telling you. Barry says, remove all non-domicile companies will raise the rates. Yes, it will. That's for sure. Sterling
Damn right it
Wheels
will.
in a house. Sterling Wheels in a house. He says, I need a curry dispenser in my Volvo. Yeah, I think you can get that. It's like an add-on option. If you build a Volvo online, just it's like a click box. You just click on there, and then it's got a drop down. Would you like the 4-gallon or the 8-gallon? It depends on how many people you got in the truck. Stands of transport DIY is triggered. Yes, that's my favorite DIY. Hashtag triggered DIY. That's another one.
You're the Lone Ranger, and I'm his trusty horse Trigger. Sorry. Does anybody even know who the Lone Ranger is anymore? I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, when I need a way out of date reference, I call DIY.
No, could you send me a smoke signal instead? Be more appropriate.
I send him a fax. When I need an out of date reference, I fax DIY.
Oh man.
Ghost drivers in the house. Hey, page me DIY. Page me when you got that rant ready. Ghost drivers in the house. What's up, Ghost Driver? Tennessee Trucking says, I was offered 70 cents a mile last week from Chicago. They said I must speak fluent English to qualify for that 70 cents. They are squirming to stay in business. Yes. I used that as negotiating for years now. During COVID, I used to use that as negotiation. I would say, I'm going to show up with a clean truck, good looking equipment. I'm going to be presentable, trucker presentable, and I'm going to be nice to your customers. I'm not going to go in there and talk smack. I'm going to say, yes, sir, no, sir. Like, to me, that's selling points, and I use it. I
always say, sir, I'm going to show up with one hand in my pocket and the other one throwing a peace sign.
Is that what you call your junk, a peace sign? Tennessee Trucking says, how much profit is left at 70 cents a mile? Oh, I hope I hope none. Honestly, I hope these companies go out of business. They're hauling some garbage rates. But,
they're the reason. They're the sole reason the rates are down in Chicago, Wisconsin, Minnesota, because this market is saturated with them. They've forever ruined the Chicago market, and it'll never be good again until they're gone.
Right. Exactly. I'm wondering why my phone's dying over here. I got the cord plugged into the phone, but I got the cord plugged into nothing. So there's a step 2 to that process there. I just figured out. Barry says that's almost enough to buy a W900. Come on, big baller. I know a guy that's got a W900, and so I was asked to talk to this guy about his fuel economy, because there's way better options, but he's got to have his W900, unfortunately, and his fuel economy is 4.6 to 5.3.
Wow.
Yeah. And just I'm like, well, if you got to have it, you can't talk them out of it. I mean, if they got to have it, they got to have it. It's but
I guess.
Can you imagine running a fuel economy for a week of 4.6 miles per gallon?
No. No, it's Not even in my vocabulary.
And my thought was, I didn't really talk to him about fuel economy. I told him he should buy a Zero Breeze Mark III. Use my link down below. Was what I said. You know, if you just turn that truck off occasionally, you'd probably pick up a mile per gallon. It's did you? You know, I started a company one time, DIY, where I was going to sell starters for hood trucks, and the bank laughed me out of the building. They said, "You dumbass! They don't need starters for them trucks. Hell, they crank them one time, never turn them off." Scott Rose says, "Did they total out your truck? I hope not. I hope not. They cut me a fat check. We'll get her fixed. We'll get her fixed." But yeah, nah, they ain't done it yet. We'll see where it goes. Let's see here. ADD. Now I can't move my comments. What are we doing? Come on. Damn, Radical Green is on a tear. Six Semper Tarantis. Oh, amigos. Hola, amigos. Oh, English proficiency test for Six Semper. You can't talk like that in trucking no more, Six Semper. We're gonna get you in line for a we're gonna get you a test. Gary Cook says, I got the green light and the bypass on 40 coming into Oklahoma yesterday. There you go. Yeah, I bet them boys is signing up for that pre-pass. Ghost Driver says, very debatable for sure. DIY Semi is hashtag fax machine. That's for sure. Razorback Paul says, I can speak Spanish after drinking a whole bottle of whiskey. Damn it, a whole bottle of whiskey. You probably ain't gonna understand what I'm saying.
No.
Trey Cliff says, it's the same with me. Previous brokers I worked with, I lived in Oklahoma and tried to get an inspection. Maybe I needed to run a scale. Yeah, exactly. Stop running the scales. Then you'll get an inspection.
Doesn't say it has to be a good inspection. Hey, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay. The fax machine's stepping out for a moment. We'll be right back. Barry's in the house. Need to make some money. My corn bucket is almost empty. Damn it, you better not be going to Iowa with an empty corn bucket. I'm just saying. Six Ember says, will Canadian drivers finally be made to speak correctly? I doubt it. Hashtag the lone DIY. Come on. Yeah, with the Lone Ranger. Scott Rowland says, DIY, what do you think of the Mac Pinnacle? The Mac Pinnacle. I think DIY likes the Mac Pinnacle. Those trucks are probably getting a little older now, though. Yeah, well, when they stopped making the Pinnacle, like 2017, 2018, we'll ask him about it when he gets back in here. Six Ember says, if there's a load I don't want to haul, can I just pretend to no comprehende? I guess. Hey, DIY, Scott Rolla wants to know, should he buy a Mac Pinnacle?
Why buy a Pinnacle when you could buy an Anthem?
Ooh, why buy a Pinnacle when you could buy a, what's that new one called? Damn it, I totally missed it.
Patriot?
Patriot, there you go.
Why buy a Mac when you can buy a Peterbilt with a busted up front end for about $10,000?
I can get you one cheaper than that. Barry says, I'm going to show up presentable on the phone, but make an appearance in flip-flops and my balls out wearing my backwards ball hat. Yeah. Are Crocs considered presentable? Because I tell you what, I'm about done wearing shoes. I'm about to become a Croc guy. If anybody wants to invest in my GoFundMe, I'm starting it's going to be Crocs, but I'm going to put steel toes in them. It's going to be steel-toed Crocs. If anybody's interested, let me know. We're going to get a GoFundMe going for that. Barry says 5 miles per gallon until DIY to hook up his custom software and tweak some settings. Ooh. What you know about them custom settings, DIY?
I've been looking at like a J Pro or something eventually, but Probably go for the one that's about $7,000, but the monthly subscription's like $300, and that's where they get you.
Yeah.
Not quite ready to make that kind of investment yet.
Okay. Okay. I've been running I-80 to Wyoming lately. It's like the Twilight Zone out here. I don't even recognize this truck world these days. Yeah. That's for sure. 18-wheeler just ate Chipotle for lunch. I can speak Spanish now.
Woo!
Ooh. Can we start a protest of Chipotle where they'll stop putting onions in the corn? I mean, it just takes over the whole flavor of the corn. They put onions in there, and it was like raw onion in there. I'm not a fan.
I tell you what, I'll join you with that if you join with me to stop putting frickin' cilantro in every gosh damn thing they have.
Yes, I cannot stand cilantro.
No, and they got to put it in everything. Like
it's in the rice.
Maybe yeah.
Yeah, they must get a real deal on cilantro over there. I agree.
I hate that stuff.
Scott Rowland's taking a week off starting June 12th. Oh, he must not be able to speak English. He's going to take a week off, see how it fares. Tennessee Trucker says, the next live feed title will be, how bad does insurance companies suck? Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Scott Rolla says, I've been out since April 8th. Woo, damn it. That's like 2 months of trucking, bruh. Calm down with that. Something epic, doing my laundry at the laundromat in Hispanic predominantly part of town. Oh yeah, that's where all laundromats are. I mean, them's just the hashtag DIY facts.
Yes.
Stanza Transport says they still make the Pinnacle, just different body style. Oh, I didn't know that. Is it called the Pioneer now?
Oh.
Gary Cook says, who remembers the Gremlin cars? I do. My parents had a Gremlin. My mom had a 4-speed, like a green colored, about the color of the name tags on the screen there. It was like a glow in the dark green color. Yeah, we had an AMC Gremlin when I was a kid. And,
nice.
Yeah, we rode in that thing. Scott says, thinking about upgrading first of year, already paid my banker off and had a bit over 20 in my breakdown account. There you go. Cilantro is delicious. Oh, Stanza Transport. No. I'm sorry. You're incorrect.
He also puts milk. He puts whiskey in milk. So.
All right.
I think we can disregard any further comments from Stanza Transport.
Yeah, I can't take him serious as far as food anymore.
No.
Barry says, bring us a load of sweet Vidalia onions from Georgia. They are awesome. Yeah, them Georgia boys love their onions. They do love their onions. I'm not against onions. It's just, sparingly, because when I make my Chipotle burrito, I'd like to taste things other than onion, Chief Fair Holler says, anybody ever left a pair of boots on the steps? I rode 96 miles home the other day. And then he went and bought new boots. No, I don't leave my boots. I mean, why wear boots? Just get Crocs, bro. They're much cheaper. Gremlin was more glass than sheet metal. Yeah, you would cook in that down back seat. It had a big, like, hatchback glass that came all the way up. And yeah, I remember my neck getting scorched in that thing. It was like sitting under a magnifying glass.
You talking about the AMC greenhouse?
Ah, yes. That's the one. Chief Howler says, they made a Pinnacle setback axle and a set of forward axles. The setback axle was
CXU.
Yeah.
Set forward axle is CHU.
Ah, okay. Now you're learning. Now we're learning. Barry says, we were savage, drove a Pinto. Damn it. Six Emperor had an AMC Hornet. An AMC Hornet. Have you noticed they don't come up with new names for cars anymore? They're just bringing back all the old names, like the Ford Taurus is coming back. The Maverick has come back as a pickup truck. It just you know, the Chevy Blazer's back.
The,
Anybody else noticing this?
The International Scout is back. It's called the Ford Bronco.
Ah, yes, I love
Oh,
those.
I hate those Broncos.
I love those. Yeah, no, the Broncos suck, especially the little one, like the new Ford Bronco 2. The little one is just like, what the hell is that? Are you going to buy the Scout when it comes out, DIY, the new Scout?
No, I'm not in the market. I'm currently in the process of getting my 2005 Chevy pickup fixed.
Hear that? Hear that? I think my Avalon needs ball joints. I think she might need some ball joints. So we got that on the menu. We got new tires coming and a set of brakes, and then boom. You know that car, my Avalon, is going to be eligible for antique tags in 2 years.
I'm putting collector's plates on mine this year when they come due.
Yeah. Well, that would be if I put plates on my cars. Hashtag
you don't have to in Minnesota.
Suck it. No, they can't pull you over for just that. So yeah, I had an officer pull me over for that, and I said, "Why'd you pull me over?" He said, "It's because your tags are out of date." And I was recording it. I was like, "Oh, write me that ticket, big boy. I'll see you in court." Because
did you tell him you don't answer questions?
I told him I'm traveling, not driving.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where's the taser marks?
I'm coming to you live from a jail cell, Hennepin County. Did you see that one where they arrested that guy and they forgot to take his phone from him? And he was in the back seat of the police car doing a live drinking a beer.
Yeah.
And the cops like, who are you talking to? He's like, I'm on my phone right now, you dummy. You forgot to take my phone. I love that stuff. Chief Holler got to put a strap on. Have a good everyone. Okay. Straps on us, pulling a step deck. You guys can say, Chief Holler, what are you strapping down over there?
Or strap it on.
Exactly. 6 Embers says the folks had a Maverick as well. Yeah, my grandmother had a Maverick with a 302, and she liked to chirp the wheels for us. She'd get all the grandkids in the back seat. She'd back out of the driveway real fast and slap that thing up in first gear and dump the clutch and get them barking a little bit.
As grandmothers will do.
Yeah. She'd burn first gear up and then chirp second going down the road. We always thought that was the best thing ever. My grandfather hated it though. He was like, he's the one that bought the tires apparently. Because he didn't like it so much. Ghost Town Bullies in the house. What's up? Paul Harris made it in. Cash is King versus Sean Hannity. Cash wins. Oh, Sean Hannity live. Who is that? Is that a truck driver? Scott Rose says, my mother drove a Ford LTD. Ooh. I had grandparents had a Ford LTD as well. A gold Ford LTD. What a land yacht that was. Paul Harris says, no, it's daytime. Cash After Dark. Yeah, I forgot to change my name. Last time I did a live show, my name down there was Cash After Dark, and I just forgot to change it. So, but I think I'm going to hop off here, DIY, unless you got something else you want to throw in.
No, I'm kind of backed up here. I got to call some people back. So
promote something, DIY. DIYsemi.com.
Sure, there you go.
Yeah, everybody go get the clicks up on DIYsemi.com.
Hey, it's time to get your truck ready for brake check week. If you need a bunch of parts, go to finditparts.com. Use promo code DIYsemi20, and you'll get a discount on any order over $200.
Nice, that's a good discount.
OEM or aftermarket parts.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. It's a good discount. Everybody go check that out. And we're going to finish up with Sterling's comment of hashtag cancel fate trucking. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
See ya.